following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
To see such heavy rain.
Of course! Of course!
When last we left, our powerful heroes, Sir Radomir and Saphiro, they had just participated in the Grand Melee, and Adrin was there. The crowds watched as the battle raged on, an uncoordinated offensive, with many subtle movements inside of it. Finally, after wave of uncoordinated oiks just charged the final three, they remained. Then Sir Radomir decided to submit to his companions by just lying down on his back and playing with his neck for some reason. And then Adrin and Saphiro fought in a bitter battle against each other, ending with Adrin kicking Saphiro in the groin and then lightning striking down, and Saphiro knocking his weapon from his hand. That's what everyone saw. And then Adrin fell over, bleeding profusely from his nose for reasons. And then Saphiro was struck by many lightnings and his armor was destroyed. The crowd were pretty into this.
It's a good spot.
They especially liked the bit where the Caesarian battle magister was easily dismissed by the powerful normal man who was a cleric who looked a lot like the Cicello guy who's pretty hype.
You got worked into a shoe, brother.
They were dragged back inside, where Saphiro woke up and immediately thought of how many boobs he could fondle. Turned out 15.
Tears.
No. They engaged in some talking. The feasts were being organized. Night happened. And this is where we joined them.
So
Don't all speak at once.
I'm guessing we're... Well, okay, I'm guessing some of us are at least at Count Hector's.
Well, you're coming back, right?
Well, I was going to go to my inn and get my stuff, because I got a lot of stuff that's still there. I've been assured that Scribbles is going to be safe to pass through.
He'll pass. Through. On.
And so yeah, I'm going to get my stuff from the inn,
So you're checking out.
basically.
You owe them 160 gold, unless you've been remembering to pay every day, which I know you haven't.
You say I
Oh,
I've
haven't
been
you?
deducting,
Been deducting
80 each day.
You know, not that I don't trust you, but I don't. At all.
Where's the...
He's actually looking for it, which means it's probably there. So let's move on.
Was that his plan?
Got him. He's not that cunning.
So while he's fetching his gear, are you taking your slave with you to carry stuff?
Well, that depends if my slave wants to even go to Count Hector's, because she's going to have to if she's taking stuff.
No, your slave will have to do what you say.
And if
But
you're
I'm not that...
That's how a slave works?
Yes, but...
Slave, do you feel like being a slave today?
Look, I
Not
don't-
particularly, my lord.
I
Well,
don't-
just go back to bed.
I don't think of the eaten as a slave.
Well, that's too fucking bad.
and if
Easier for us.
you're walking
She's a
around
slave,
at
honestly.
night, I'm going with you as well.
Okay, so Radomir, Zafiro, and his slave return to the throne. What are you guys doing in this romantic setting? Surrounded by a bunch of burly, sweaty, greasy men in a big hall where tables are being laid out, groaning under the weight of food.
So this is only the participants area.
This is the participants area generally, yeah.
I'm gonna need to get some of my stuff from the inn if you want me to translate this.
Do you need your hand back there?
I mean, you could help me carry some of my
Piece of
stuff,
paper.
that would be great.
Do you need more wine?
If we're going to Count Hector's anyway, shouldn't we just move all of our stuff?
My stuff's already there.
Oh. I think I have more stuff than you.
Possibly. Have you got more than one bag?
Well, I just have an assortment of things and bags.
Hopefully it hasn't been taken
And
by
some
the
piles.
witches.
So Maximilian arrives between you. He bows deeply to you. He's like, my lady, if you have some time before the feast, there's still the matter of some things that I owe you.
If you wish to do them now.
I understand you will be moving into the city proper.
Yes, we plan to move in.
Perhaps your boy can get all of your gear while we go over this important matter.
I'll see you afterwards.
As the Chad moves in on your woman.
You cuck.
Well, she's not officially taken.
I'm just going to get one of those crossbows and...
Takes two,
We
remember?
haven't killed anyone so far.
yeah, it's fine.
Don't forget to add the final CBP.
Crippling balloon payment.
I see we've taken the Iron Founders in Accountancy course.
I think I was involved in it for a while, remember?
Oh, hang on a minute. I completely forgot. Because of the arbitrary way we went through the tournament without spending 3 days on tedious round after round of combat, I owe you guys some of these motherfucking things. Ollie Scramble.
I think this was one. No.
So who got the golds?
I incidentally
I got a-
acquired one.
I got a silver and a copper, so.
Silver and copper.
Those are Stevens.
Yeah.
This is yours.
There's another one here somewhere. I think it was 4. Is that correct?
Oh, is there 4? Then one of those is yours.
No.
Oh, there's only one here. Here you go.
Yeah.
Have those. Pass these to Ray. And this is yours.
Sorry, I'm still. The guy hasn't turned up yet, so I'm still just trying to sell the car.
Just make him explode with your mind. Generally my solution to
I need that power so bad. Right, so yeah, you toddle off to the end to get your gear, I presume.
Yes.
And Sir Maximilian's going to stir the matter of what I agreed to give you. But I believe we have time before the feast will start.
Where would you like to do this?
There's an entire arena, unless you would prefer a training room.
That's fine by me, as long as you're alright with it.
Okay. So he goes out there and he gives you an martial arts lesson. Now, because of your particular art, there's really only one thing you can draw from this. So pencil's ready. He teaches you to stop moving in straight forward, backwards movements and rather go diagonal. If you can step in, you step aside from their thrust and in, ready to attack. It is better to do it that way than side to side and just get yourself butchered. Also, if you pull backwards on the diagonal, you are ready to escape and flee, or deal with an overbear charge. The result of this is you have acquired the martial arts move between the lines. This allows you to make a withdraw action once per combat without actually using any movement. Once per combat
Yeah, but that's
only.
all fucking.
This doesn't actually let you move squares. It's like within your square, but it just can add some flavor text to your attacks too. So it's less boring for Ray to listen to. Waiting for his turn, but then everyone's dead because Sulan's killed them with their feet.
That's the side I meant to make.
Sorry, I just earlier had caught sight of her and I was like, yeah, I really need to figure out a way of getting King to draw faster.
Crack?
Shit's run away.
Cocaine. Actually, well, there's legal speed, so take Adderall. It's basically speed.
Adderall, yeah, I remember that. Then it became Shida Logoth.
Nice one.
We're gonna have some fun tonight.
I did say that.
Yeah, you did, and I punished you quite heavily for it.
Punished.
Quite heavily. Like a lot. When it happens, you'll know. That was a nice shield berry you used to have. Remember that?
You say that all the time!
It's just, you
She
know,
hasn't found it yet.
there you go.
You two say it brilliantly.
It's like the Rock. I don't see any tigers, do you?
So, you get your stuff from the inn. The inn is being condemned.
Like by a priest, or like...
Like the people out there going, oh, it's the cause of all the evil, burn it down.
Will they let me just like move through and like get all my stuff out?
They're like, oh, don't interfere with the witch.
That's convenient for me, that works.
He hasn't denied it, that means he is a witch. We should burn him down. No, he'll witch us. You saw the stories.
It's alright, because he's going in the building. We'll set fire to the building before he leaves, so...
So
Win-win.
go into the
We
building.
don't have
Yep.
to buy the inn now.
You're all alone.
Is the cart driver not here?
You don't see the cart driver.
I'll look for the cart driver.
Okay, give me a searching roll of some kind.
Just like a D20. Just want a perception check, basically.
That's how you want to do it?
I mean, I'm real bad at search for secrets. I'm not Sulan. I got an 8.
Well, that's lower than your perception. Yes, eventually you find the cart driver. It's out back in the stables. taking care of your carving horse.
Oh. We found lodgings in the inner city. What were you planning to do? Were you going to come with us?
No.
We might have finally resolved the... we should be able to get into contest the loot from the Archstone soon, so we should be able to get you the trident.
Good.
I'm just going to be moving my stuff. I think they're planning on burning this inn down, so you might want to find somewhere else.
Yes.
To collect my stuff.
Okay.
Anybody tell you where it is now?
Yeah. Because all my stuff was in Sulin's. Everyone's stuff was in Sulin's room. And then I got my stuff out of Sulin's room. And I see there was more stuff.
We moved stuff somewhere.
It's not really going to take you long to find it.
It's under the bed. We put everything in there at one point.
It's a Roman spear under there.
What are we doing?
Two of them.
One.
We have two of them, right?
I've got one under my bed as well.
Thanks.
Probably.
If I...
So, you return to Arok's throne. You are let in, the others are kicked out.
Do you think they'll let you slave? Are they
That grubby
Are
slave,
they slave pens?
that slave isn't dressed well enough to be let into
No, 'cause-
Arok's throne. And she'll just make all the other slaves look ugly.
Because what they do is, see, I just wave my hand and they get their servants to bring stuff to the outside, and then Eaton takes it from there.
Really, you really handle this well. The snubbing must be waiting for such a goodly night.
I wouldn't want to go in there anyway. It's too polished. Too rich.
You don't like rich?
No, like, don't get me wrong. When I was young, I was rich. But, you know, we were more of the carved wood manor than the marble palace.
That sounds rustic.
Hmm.
I would have thought with all the stone around and those large, looming, dark mountains, you'd have stone structures.
There were a lot, but we like to be a little different. You have to be when you're one of the more powerful families in a nation, and you don't want to show it off.
So, what happened? If I may be allowed to ask.
It's fine. Singa happened. My dad told me there was a time under Hector where things were better.
Well, now that he's out, you must be super pleased.
I haven't worked that one out yet. Find it hard just
I mean,
to talk to him.
Such a monster, there must be no way you could ever.
You know, that's less important to me now than it was before, but what he is different from what anything else is.
That's interesting. Inside the inside, or the inside, the inside. Help!
Come along, Scribbles. We're going to a different location. Oh, it should be safe now. It's been a few days. The magic shouldn't hurt you. It's the anti-magic magic.
Squeak! Scampers up onto your shoulder and looks around.
It's an old friend has given us an opportunity to stay with him. It's probably safer. You remember Count Hector?
Just rears back and he's like,
Yes, I am very strong, but... Oh, my armor. It kind of... You can probably smell I'm a little smoky right now. I was struck by lightning. What's that for? 3 times. And the Tor was there. And the other gods. Oh, sorry. Does it make you feel better? There we go.
shirt post scribbles.
It's true. Well, he is, but it's not the
Muscle post scribbles.
It's on the other shirt. And we also discovered that Roman might not even be the main cause of our ails. Yes, he put you on the shield and tortured you, I know, but we have reason to believe people have been using him to distract us away from the real enemies here. Oh yes, he still needs to answer for his crimes, but there's bigger things at play here. Yes, I know you hate him, and he hurt you for a long time, but I'm not snapping him in two. Not yet. I'm sorry. But
the servants are just watching this. Going just like... No. No.
They've had weird masters before. Now the rich are a bit eccentric.
You'll see, we'll probably be talking about things with the Baron when we go around there. You remember him. I mean Count, sorry, the Count when we get around. Count Hector. Yes. So, that's where we're going. Hey, well, I'm the champion of the Grand Melee. Yes, there's a feast tonight, although I don't know whether people would react well to you coming along. I'm not snapping everybody in two who looks at me cockeyed because I've got you on my shoulder. Look, maybe you can just...
Scott, you can't bring the best, Scott.
Maybe you can just...
Saphira the rat paladin?
Yeah.
With no rat?
Yeah.
That's right.
If you people would be accepting of the rat.
Scribbles wants to squeak that point across.
I think they would think, what is he named the rat for?
Okay, very well, but don't suddenly just appear out of nowhere and scare people.
He'll run inside your arm. Oh, where are you putting him?
You can still scurry in, like, my shirt or something,
Okay,
right?
now Saphira has a weird bulge in the back of his shirt. Like a big bean shape at the small of his back.
Yeah.
That occasionally moves unsettlingly. So you come out with, and servants are carrying a bunch of stuff, which your slave just takes and shoulders it all.
I mean, there'll be some stuff I'll take myself.
You're lucky
but...
I'm so buff.
Oh, then.
Master, please forgive thine servant for her crude tongue. master.
Of course. Agent.
I would have to be walking Avalord too, bring him back from the tournament ground.
Oh, then your horse is freaking the shit out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I can't bring him.
Mayhap I shall go ahead, Nuncle.
Yes. If you do not mind.
The more you keep him around, bro, the less freaked out he is.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. It's just
She'll run off with your stuff.
stupid horse.
In the good way. Like, in a dutiful slave way.
Calm down, you stupid horse.
Nay, Winnie! Nay, Winnie!
No.
Calms down as the scent goes, his nostrils flaring, that wild panic look in its eyes remaining.
What am I going to do with you?
They are foolish creatures.
It's never been this way before, but I can't fault him, I guess.
He's a warhorse from a country in the mountains where there are monsters. And he has been with you the entire time you've been on the run from literal monsters. In fact, it was with you on that day that werewolves attacked your camp and killed 3 of your friends. I think this is a reasonable reaction.
You could, like, yeah, that's the thing. Just, like, train him to be okay with just her.
Like when you're
I
a
think
white
it's too
male
late
and you
at this
walk into
point
a
for
room and there's Zoe Quinn. And you're just like,
Oh,
you just do that Grandpa Simpson thing. You walk in, nope,
I was like,
back out.
better just kill myself now.
It's half laugh I do when I don't really get the joke, but I don't want to be ostracized at the table, and I think no one notices. But we all do, and we judge you, and then we talk about it on the next day afterwards. Like, he calls me, I put him on speakerphone, we're sitting there, and Shannon's just like, yes, I have never been awkward at the table at all. Why am I such a prick tonight?
Is it bad that I keep forgetting Shannon exists because he's not in the D&D?
No, it's perfectly normal behavior. So yeah, there's you two. You're there. Your slave has run off with all of your stuff, including your sword, I'm assuming.
No, I have the sword with me.
So you're awkwardly just wearing a hammer and a sword on clothing.
And a shield.
Oh shit, your shield. Did you retrieve that, right?
I would have retrieved the shield, yeah.
Lightning can't damage that fucker. Well, it can over time, but... over time, lightning? What?
Well, so I believe that the lightning specifically struck me and not...
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise your hammer will be slag too.
Hmm.
And we...
What if you took that hammer slag and you formed it into a new hammer? Would it have Tor lightning powers?
You should get
I would say if the right smith did it.
Oh no, that's true.
Oh, I should take the
He's
armor
real
there.
good.
The
Oh
armor
no, there's nothing of it
Isn't-
left.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna. What's left of it is going to be melted down into a commemorative coin.
Wow.
1.3 miles across each side. Because you're so big. No. Okay, so yeah, there you guys are.
I'm waiting for once his horses calm down a bit. It's like...
Pretty soon you feed it a carrot and it calms the shit down.
You take him for a walk.
Although every time it gets close to you, its nostrils flare because it can smell it.
Did you need to get your own stuff?
I wasn't sure if I was going to be. But if you insist.
It is your choice, but given the condition of your current abode, you're probably going to want to find somewhere else anyway, even if it is not Count Hector's.
We did bad things to that place. Feel bad for that.
Yeah.
Perhaps you guys will compensate him for his losses.
As I said, we should probably compensate the owner or buy the inn or something.
Oh, incidentally, I just want to add in, since I don't want to step through this, at some point a representative of the burgher shows up and takes your tithe off you and gives it to the landowner to build a temple to Tor on the site of the old one.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be called the Draconan Family Tor Temple. And you don't have to be dead to enjoy it.
What?
Interesting.
And there'll be a big statue of Roman looking pious just inside.
I object to that.
Okay, then that won't happen. It's only fair, it's your money. I'm just seeing how much I can get away with here before you go, no, aggrandize me! Aggrandize me before I die in John Wick!
If we can...
John! You have to kill Parker! Avenge me!
Who could beat John
we-
Wick?
If we can...
Apparently, a bunch of people.
Four-wheel
can.
drives and Daniel
Zero did.
Bernhardt.
Twice.
The greatest Mortal Kombat character?
Yeah.
He was in that film.
He was the one who twice actually stopped
Fucked up John
Wick.
Wick. Once with a car and once with a gun. By the way, if you haven't seen that, totally recommend it. Very fun film.
They're all great.
I gotta watch number
I
2
haven't
next.
seen 2 and 3 yet.
Yeah, I've seen number 1.
Oh, 3 is the best.
Yeah.
By
Well,
far.
don't spoil
Don't
that.
yet.
We're going to be watching them over the
Okay.
next few weeks.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the wife to be ready to watch number 2.
Oh, well, you know it starts with 2 dogs dying and 2 cars being stolen.
And two wives being killed. So he becomes a bigamist.
Peter if that was
And
true,
then
right?
both of his wives die.
Well, the thing I find so curious about John Wick
Next
is like...
scene!
I had a train of thought now. Oh, now I remember what it was. It's like if we can't get the body back of the priestess, I'd name it after her. But she never gave me her name.
Her names will be in there. Her name will be in the record.
Okay, then the temple shall be named the Gertrude Stahl Temple to Tor.
Or the nameless priestess.
Aren't we
But,
trying to find
first
it?
we're
Aren't we
going to
trying
try
to
and
get
find the
the
body.
body?
Yes.
Yeah.
Count Hick just said he knew where it was and then wandered off.
You remember that?
Yep.
So I need to ask more about that.
Yeah, good luck.
It's hard to ask questions.
Like spoiler alert, you ain't ever getting that body.
Oh.
But, go ahead in character and do things you do.
Yeah.
She got shipped off to Zeiss.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?